It was damaged in 1939. In 1726, the palace was meant to be demolished. It survived World War I. It was damaged in 1939 during the siege of Warsaw, and then heavily damaged in 1944 following the Warsaw Uprising. During the occupation, it stayed at the edge of Warsaw's ghetto. Following the war in 1970s, the decision to rotate was taken so that the palace would cover the guard hall and close off the main avenue of the Saxon castle. Built in 1710 by the Radziwiłł family, the King August II of Poland attempted to demolish the Lubomirski Palace for a greater construction plan, which involved the Saxon axis, which started at Wisła and ended at the gates. Between 1713 and 1716, the King August II of Poland bought 28 hectares of land in the area in an attempt of building the Saxon axis, starting from Vistula River, the Presidential Palace, the Saxon Palace, the Saxon Gardens, all the way to Lubomirski Palace. Luckily for the palace, the King August II died in 1733, and the plans of demolishing the palace were called off. In 1790, it was purchased by Alexander Lubomirski, and roughly 2-3 years later, a new reconstruction process was underway. Huge renovation process occurred, including the colonnade in the very front area. These columns were added and roughly 2 new levels to the building. This video was brought to you by World of Warships. Here is an invite code if you'd like to join. The Lubomirski Palace was home to Rosalia Lubomirski, the wife of Alexander Lubomirski, which was the only Polish woman to be decapitated by the guillotine in the French Revolution. Around 1872, a synagogue was built on the first floor of the Lubomirski Palace, which lasted or existed till September 1939, with the breakout of the World War II. In the interwar periods, 1918-1939, it served as a multiple administrative buildings, municipal offices, including the City Board of Office and other administrative offices. After the occupation of Warsaw by the Nazi regime, the Lubomirski Palace was taken over and was used as the municipal German office and other administrations that were running the city of Warsaw. The Lubomirski Palace was damaged following the siege of Warsaw in 1939. In this picture in 1940 you can clearly see the damage suffered by the building. Later on, it was incorporated in Warsaw's ghetto. Here you can see one of the most famous pictures of the Lubomirski Palace, and in front of it the ghetto wall. The building was damaged in 1944 during the Warsaw Uprising, but it wasn't completely demolished like in many other scenarios. Between 1947 and 1950, the building was rebuilt in a simplified neoclassical style, since the communists didn't like anything Western. One of the most remarkable events that took place in the city of Warsaw in the 1970s, more specifically in March of 1970, the palace itself was rotated on a 74-degree angle. The turnover of Lubomirski Palace in Warsaw was one of the most spectacular undertakings in post-war capital. Yet you might be wondering, how was this even possible? Since with today's technologies, such things may be hard to accomplish, right? I'm from Romania, so a similar event took place in Romania, where a whole apartment block was moved with the residents inside on pretty much the same procedure, which is called translational movement. In theory, the procedure is pretty simple. The building is slightly lifted, and underneath it, rails are being inserted temporarily. With these rails, the actual movement will take place. Doing it one at a time, one rail at a time, will prevent any damage to the integrity of the building. Following the separation from the adjacent building, as in the video, as if some huge saw literally chopped off the buildings in half, the 12 rails were inserted underneath the palace, and following that, the rotation procedure followed. The whole procedure lasted roughly 55 days, started on the 17th of March 1970s and ended on the 18th of May 1970s. Following the procedure, additional works were done into consolidating the foundation of the palace. Before saying goodbye, I'll let you watch some of the clips I recorded around Lubomirski Palace in the last year. Thank you for watching.